Angel, Bill O'Reilly, the guest is your pastor, Father Altman. Don't bite your miraculous pendant. Okay.
So there's a priest out in Wisconsin at St. James the Less Catholic Church in La Crosse. It should be St. James the Lesser, ER, but it's the Less, okay? But he was a good guy, St. James. Anyway, so the pastor of this church is Father James Altman. The bishop of the diocese is trying to cancel Father Altman for a number of things. Roll the tape.
Here's a memo to clueless baptized Catholics out there. You cannot be Catholic and be a Democrat, period. Their party platform absolutely is against everything the Catholic Church teaches.
Wow! You can't be a Catholic and be a Democrat at the same time. Not only that, but Father Altman, he has questions about the COVID vax. Quote, if the injection actually worked, no one who actually took it would have any cause for fearing anyone who did not. They would be safe, even if you coughed in their face. Therefore, their use of peer pressure to force you into godless conformity is damnable. That again, Father James Altman. Now, his boss, the bishop, William Callahan, has said, hey, you gotta go, you gotta quit, like Petrus Colors in Black Lives Matter. But Father Altman, who joins us now from his office in La Crosse, Wisconsin, we appreciate you coming on, Father. Now, you know I'm a Catholic and altar boy, and I know that bishops don't want you or any other priest talking about politics, separation of church and state and all that. But say I'm sitting in your church. I know you said this on YouTube. You didn't say it in a homily. But I'm going out, listen, hey, Father, I'm a Democrat. I'm a moderate Democrat, and my family's been that for decades. And you're telling me I can't be a good Catholic? Come on, how dare you? I mean, I can understand that point of view. Can you not?
Are you asking me, can you be a Catholic and be a Democrat? Because I already answered that question.
No. I'm saying if you said that and I'm in the church, I'm a little teed off at you. Because I'm saying I am a good Catholic, and you don't have a right to tell me I'm not.
Yeah, that'd be like Joe Biden saying he's a good Catholic, which is not true. As I said in that video, the Democratic Party is against everything that the Catholic Church has taught. So you go back to, for instance, Pope St. John the 23rd, who said you cannot even be a moderate socialist and be Catholic. Well, these things I'm saying are not something new. That's not my opinion. I didn't just make this up out of nowhere. And the Democratic Party itself said before this that you cannot be pro-life and be Democrat. Well, they just did my job for me. I'm just repeating what they said. You can't be Catholic and not be pro-life, period.
So you have made the judgment that if you believe in choice, and if you believe in a quasi-socialist system, you should not be able to get the sacraments of the church?
Well, you can go to confession first, and you can study and understand the church's teaching, which I'm only the mouthpiece. These are not my opinion.
But you know what the rationalization is. Well, I don't believe in abortion, me, Joe Biden, but I'm not going to impose my religious beliefs on the rest of the country, on other people who disagree. You know that. You've heard that.
Well, I've heard that, but that's a false way to go about our faith. We're supposed to evangelize everybody, and we always have. You know, there was always this freedom of religion to do that from the founding of the Constitution. It wasn't until 1963 that they changed things, such as you couldn't have prayer in public schools, you couldn't have the Ten Commandments. You know, you just had this wonderful opening statement about what's going on in Chicago with all the people that are dying. And the blacks killing blacks, and said, well, if you would put the commandments back out there for people to see, maybe they would get it in their heads that killing is, you know, you're not allowed to do that, Fifth Commandment. So we always have had as overlay a guiding principle that's transcendent in our country, and it wasn't until people started removing it that we saw the ills of society, socialist ills, come to the fore. And we're seeing it in living color, as you said in your opening thing, in
All right.
Chicago.
But I think you can be a good Catholic and a Democrat if you believe in compassion, in helping the poor, in spreading the word that your neighbor is as worthy as yourself, and you're to treat everybody with respect. Now, I know what you're saying about the abortion situation. I understand. But I don't know too many Catholics. I know they have in the survey, but I know a lot of Catholics, and nobody that I know who's Catholic supports abortion. Nobody. And Biden would tell you, well, I'd never do it, or I wouldn't do that. But again, I don't want to impose my religion on people who don't believe the way I do. Is there any validity in that argument?
Well, no, there isn't. No.
No? All right.
If you're going to be Catholic, you have to be Catholic, and you have to support Catholic in the public sphere.
All right, you have to evangelize.
Jesus never had public.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the.
Or else it's meaningless.
I got it. Let's get to the vaccine. So,
Right.
you don't think that people should take the vaccine? I want you to tell us.
Sure.
I took the vaccine. I'm happy I did. My children are vaxxed, all right?
Yeah.
And I'm a stat man. I'm a stat guy. I see what's happening in America when most of us are now vaccinated, and what's happening in India when nobody's vaccinated.
Yeah.
So are you telling me I shouldn't have taken a vaccine?
No, what I'm saying is to make it a moral obligation, which is what some of the shepherds have done, is not proper. If you're a stat man, you know full well that India's healthcare system, the squalor of so many places, all you have to do is watch Mother Teresa, like a documentary, and you know what the squalor there. You cannot compare apples and oranges, and that's what's happening with stats.
All right, let's do Canada.
In the United States.
Let's do apples and apples. Let's do Canada. Canada didn't have the vax. They still have an emergency situation.
Right.
We have it, and now we're almost by it. So let's do that.
Right. Well, Canada seems to suggest they have that, and they're certainly locking it down like a fascist society. So I'd have to disagree with you there too. But just getting back to the vax, it says on the box it's experimental. So, which means, and this is true, you don't know, you yourself, what the long-term effects of this are going to be. And you start now, and here's the thing, if there wasn't science on the other side, speaking something different, why would they have to be cancel cultured when they try to speak about, hey, these are...
Because that's about power. That's about power. But I want to get to this vax thing, all right? So the vaccine has now defeated COVID in America. That's a fact. It's defeated it. You can see the stats.
I'm sorry.
All right, and then you are denying the facts of the situation, because the transmission rate of COVID, right, is down about 80% since the Trump vaccine has been distributed. So you're denying the reality of the situation, are you not?
No, I'm not denying the reality of the situation. I'm saying you've mixed, you've confounded variables in research as to what is the exact cause for the reduction in transmission. So that's what I'm saying. But here's the thing.
I mean, look, Father.
If you want to take it, that's your perfectly.
No, it's not. I'm not thinking. It's not an opinion. Okay. You had a raging COVID epidemic, all right, in this country, raging, hundreds of thousands dying, until the vaccine was widely available, and then it stopped. Father, okay, we're never going to agree on that. Now, the bishop...
Probably not, but fair enough. But
the bishop...
Look. Agree to disagree.
I'm not... Right. The Bishop Callahan, he sides with me, and he says, hey, Father Altman is spreading propaganda in his church, and I want him out of there. Does your superior have the right to do it?
First of all, I didn't spread a single word of propaganda and presented only alternative views, because there is a valid alternative view. So if you're going to get shepherds of the church running around saying you must take it as a moral duty instead of it being a personal choice because this is your body, your temple of the Holy Spirit, that is a problem. So what's happened is I think that when my parish has heard me for a year teaching them as best I could all the research. Like, for instance, you must surely be aware of his name is Jay Bhattacharya from Stanford. And there's a lot of alternative opinions out there contrary to what the narrative is.
All right,
So
but I'm
to
telling
say
you,
that can't put
Father,
it-
the facts are overwhelming. But you took a vow of obedience, and Callahan's your boss.
Right.
What do you think?
St. Maximilian Kolbe says obedience ends when there's even a movement into the slightest error, because then you're not doing the will of God. So I have not been disobedient to my boss, so to speak. So, to suggest that I have been would be incorrect.
All right, I'm not
He said
suggesting anything.
to me, don't say anything more about it.
I'm just
Right? That's
telling
what he
you
said.
what
I haven't since then.
All right, so you're going to hang tough. I want you to keep us posted, all right, on what happens to you. And I
Sure.
appreciate you having the guts to come on the program. Well, not too
this is my
many
honor.
people would.
I hope one day I get to shake your hand. You're a hero to
If
me.
I look, when I'm in Wisconsin next time, I'm going to come out and we'll chat, and I'll convince
Please
you
do.
I'll convince you about this vax thing. All right, Father,
Okay.
thank you very much. Please say some
God
prayer
bless
for me,
you.
okay?
Thank you.
Say some
Alrighty.
prayers for me if you would. And
I
my
surely
children.
will.
Thank you.
Angel, you're a Republican. Huh? I know you're a Republican. So that's Father Altman, your pastor. Okay? So we're gonna see him soon. Okay? Let's watch the video again. Oh, nice miraculous pendant. Don't bite it.